Welcome to the Astral Weather Report. I'm Jeremy Gene Wilson with the Light Army, and I come on here every 6 days to share with you the cosmic, planetary, astrological alignments that affect human behavior so you can use it to your advantage instead of detriment, conflict, and confusion. So this next week, just to make it super simple, the theme is refined precision from March 24th through the 29th. We are going to be experiencing some mental and emotional fluctuations. This cycle really sharpens your thinking, your opinions, and the instinct to refine what's not working, right? So you might feel like the inner complainer. You're going to notice things you're unhappy with more. You might feel more mentally certain and opinionated. You might have more judgments, but you're going to feel a strong desire to improve systems, processes, methods, scheduling, habits, messaging, systems overall. So you might feel a little bit of sensitivity. You might be a little more sensitive just to inefficiencies and mistakes, areas where you are misaligned. So you'll definitely notice the frustration when others don't see what feels obvious to you. And so this is a refinement cycle. It's in the theme, refined precision. So, when we notice what's not working, it gives us an opportunity to calibrate, to adjust, to adapt. The happiest, most successful people on the planet have one thing in common. They are the most adaptable. They are the most adjustable. So when we see we're heading toward a tree, we don't keep going toward it. We adapt, we adjust, we course correct. And that's what this is about. This shift is super powerful if you don't allow it to just be something that frustrates you, creates inner criticism, judgment, and opinion. And instead you measure the precision of where you want to be and how to get there, right? You change the direction and the grip on the steering wheel. So this week really teaches us seeing what's off, noticing what's misaligned is step one. Refining it cleanly, right? Refining it and calibrating it from a positive place, from an optimistic expectancy. That is leadership. So you have an opportunity to up-level your own identity in that which you demonstrate, whether that's as a parent in your business, anywhere that you're in organizations that require collaboration with others. This is an opportunity for you to refine your leadership. So the reason this is, the sun is now in the 17th signature. We call it gate 17 in human design. It's all about opinions, and it's the logical structure in the I Ching. We call it the hexagram of following. And the way this shows up in a distorted way is just, like I mentioned, rigid opinions and feeling like you need to be right and make your point known, forcing your perspective. And the way to align is just to operate from a place of clear thinking. Sit down, unpack your thoughts on paper, right? Do a brain dump, ask yourself questions, use critical analysis, inquiry to develop structured insight, right? Offer perspective, to yourself and others with openness instead of closed offedness and righteousness. The core lesson from gate 17, the 17 signatures, really that your thinking becomes most valuable when it creates clarity, right? Not when it creates resistance and judgment and inner criticism about things being broken, needing fixed, or being wrong. So the Earth has moved into the 18th signature. This is a partner with that transit. It's known in human design as gate 18. That's a gate of correction or the gate of improvement in the I Ching system, the default system. It's just work on what isn't working, work on what's been spoiled. So, ripe or rotten, green or growing. The distorted way that gate 18 shows up is just criticism, fault finding, blaming things, being mad at the world, focusing on perfection instead of focusing on perfection instead of progress. Just showing up with judgment, essentially. So number one way to align and utilize this is, what can I do better? I can use this to define me, refine me, outshine me, confine me, or I can use this and leave it behind me and move on a trajectory where I'm not repeating the same patterns. It's win or learn. So use intelligent correction, optimize systems, optimize habits, optimize your schedule so you get the most energy out of your time. And remember, the core lesson of the 18th signature is really just that correction creates progress when it's actually aimed at improvement. So if you let your mindset be like, I'm focused on improvement, not on blame. I'm focused on growth, not on pain. this is an amazing cycle, and it can actually start to train your nervous system that, sometimes conflict is a gift, and we can find gratitude in it, because that correction creates progress, and progress is perfection. So only when we focus on improvement and maturation. Just definitely avoid criticizing people instead of improving systems and relationships, or forcing your opinions on others, and just overcorrecting the little tiny small things, right? You don't need to be right. Ask yourself, am I trying to be right? Would you rather be right or happy? Right? Would you rather be right or at peace? So, just deliver truth with awareness. Make sure that you are sharing with opt-ins, like get the opt-in. And then just leverage this energy, right? To refine your systems, your messaging, your habits, your structure of life, your schedule. Offer insights without opinion and judgment. No furrowed 11s. Just clean and neutral delivery, even where you think things can improve. Make sure you get the opt-in, and always separate problems from people. Like, move yourself out of blame. Improve the things that already exist. Oftentimes there's this phrase like, throw out the baby with the bathwater. Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Just improve what already exists. Use your discernment over judgment. Oftentimes people walk away from things that are broken, whether it's relationships or things, instead of just improving them, right? Focus on improvement, not perfect. Definitely audit some systems that need improvement. Refine your messaging or offer. It's much easier right now. It's so easy to see what's off, and start with addition by subtraction, remove, don't add to. When you refine, just ask yourself, is this useful? Is this accurate? Just practice clean, neutral feedback, and just fix one recurring inefficiency in your life. And this is an energy that will be a benefit to you this next few days. Some internal inquiry, some soul prompts for you. Internally, am I trying to be right? Where am I trying to be right instead of just trying to make things better? Where am I trying to be right and correct and be validated instead of improving things and maturing things and making things better? Externally, right? Like, where can I offer or deliver feedback in a way that actually improves the outcome? So refine precision. That's the forecast for this next 6 days. If you haven't had a chance to hop in the Breakthrough Lab every week, what we used to charge $1,000 a seat per month for in our mastermind the last couple of years. We opened it up to the public very quietly, very silently. The end of last year, we've been running it for almost 4.5, almost 5 months now, and we have rave reviews. It's not a big community right now. It's anywhere from 20 to 35 people. Once we hit 100, we are going to, start promoting this and put a price tag. So those that get in before we hit 100 members will be grandfathered in for free membership for life. So if you want to know more about that, you can go to lightarmy.com/lab, and you can meet us every Wednesday at noon Pacific time for the Breakthrough Lab. In the meantime, we've got some other cool stuff coming down the pipe. Make sure you pay attention to our pages on socials and our community. And I'll also always drop you some updates at the end of these Astral weather reports. I'll see you again in 6 days. In the meantime, infinite love. Shine on. Bye for now.